reason. They're too deadly from behind the arc.
An 11-0 run for New York. Clark, she got another. Connecticut, an early 9-point lead. Clark, a three. Levish hounding Clark. Clark, step back three. Knocks out.
Clark has space. She's going to let it fly, and she's going to come.
Here is Clark. She will launch and bury a three. Points of 9 of 13 shooting.
And 12 assists now for Seattle.
Clark answers of that run to the finals before the Liberty fell to the Aces in 4 games. Clark, cut it!
Caitlin Clark's game reaches an entirely different level because of one elite skill: spatial intelligence. The way she reads, manipulates, and completely controls space on the court. It's a talent that rarely shows up in the box score, but it's the engine behind everything she does. Few players can instantly recognize the geometry of the floor the way she can.
Hamilton has been to Caitlin Clark all night tonight.
Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects!
That's putting up some buckets.
It sure was. Top 4 scorers at the college level here in this good interior passing, but Indiana's got to stop letting the ball get into the paint. They've got to keep it out.
Clark, step back, hits a three.
CAA ranks. We've got some score power on the court.
Watch that inside hand, that left hand. Caitlin Clark.
So when Caitlin goes off the ball, typically she comes off a stagger on the weak side, but she comes off a pin down here, wide open. Bang!
ID Richards as she's into the ball game. Richards on the floor. Clark, the step back three just below the logo, drills.
So the best thing you can do as a defender is not give it to her.
Clark. Back.
She uses that awareness to create advantages out of absolutely nothing. It starts with how she reads defensive spacing, who's one step slow, who's overcommitting, and exactly how much room she is before a defender can recover. The moment a lane opens, she attacks it.
Harrington off the mark as Clark steps into a three. It stays here with Indiana. Clark, a deep one. You bet!
In women's basketball, they understand their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on!
Indiana, at least in the fourth quarter, an 8-3 rebounding advantage. Clark pulls, fires.
The Indiana Fever having to take the ball out of the net a lot more here in this third than we saw in the first half, and that's affected their pace.
Clark outside, and that's good. Pick up the second because she got 2 in the first quarter against Connecticut.
Clark, cut it!
Push pace the other way. First in the league in fast break points.
Clark, cut it!
That's why she leads the league in fast break creation. She pulls up before help arrives, finds passing pockets that only exist for a split second, and scans the court like she's running a real-time simulation. She's not just reacting, she's predicting.
To be able to see Katie Lou after last night's game, so today, really the first time they're seeing her.
Wheeler finds Clark from the logo.
These sides told us we have got to find a body on Reese. Clark gets freed up. He does well every time down the floor. It tries to.
Clark over Horston, hits a three.
Here's Clark, still trying to find her rhythm, a deep pull, got it!
I mean, the three-point contest, can't wait for this year after what Sabrina Ionescu did last year. Then you got Team USA against Team All-Stars. Clark connects.
One of her most subtle weapons? How she manipulates space before she even dribbles. A slight shoulder angle, a tiny sidestep, a shift of her hips, all designed to move defenders just enough to create an opening. No flashy move required.
Indiana has numbers here. Clark looks to take advantage. Clark launches and hits a three.
It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty, so let's see if they can have a better.
Caitlin Clark asks for the ball, and that's why.
All right.
They called it on Howard, her second. If anything, I thought maybe Kalani Brown might have been whistled for something.
Yeah, I didn't see that call at all.
Going to do that, and with Noelle Quinn, as you mentioned, no challenge.
Clark, three ball in the way. Good, boy. A locked-in face.
Locked-in face.
Clark, a deep three. You bet!
It's incredibly subtle, incredibly effective, and incredibly rare. That's elite spatial IQ. The same awareness fuels her off-the-dribble shooting. Caitlin knows the exact amount of room she needs, sometimes just inches, to rise up and get clean separation.
Up there with rebounds, up there with steals. And she'll take the first three-pointer.
Clark stepping back.
And that's the way to push the ball in transition.
Oh, that's not gonna. Caitlin hit it.
And throughout her career at multiple levels.
Tina Charles just had 2 points
I
against.
think that was the right decision by Christie Sides not to challenge it. Would have been a tough one to get. Clark off the screen, finds some space, and delivers. Clark working on Van Loo. Oh, Clark, pretty step back, hits a three.
She uses the defender's momentum against them. A quick sidestep, a perfectly timed pull-up, or a transition three before they even realize what's happening. Her timing creates space where none existed a moment before.
Here is Clark off the screen, launches, and drops a trip.
Indiana, a different team, though. Clark. She got it.
How to use her body and get to her spots, being able to affect that defense.
Clark is coming off the masterful night.
Boston, the rebound. Clark, a good look. She got it.
It's going to be what, if they can get back into this game, it's going to be grabbing those boards, getting some second chance opportunities. Clark gets herself.
Clark launches, nails it.
Where she left off, she was huge in terms of her offensive production against Phoenix.
In transition, she becomes even more dangerous. She sees the entire floor, defenders backpedaling, teammates sprinting lanes, mismatches forming. She anticipates the play before it develops, hitting cutters in stride, finding shooters at the perfect second, or pulling up before the defense can blink.
Left shoulder.
Austin had her 11th double-double of the season, and Clark. Boston, who also has a 15-5-5 game today. Here's Clark, catch, fire, and connect.
She works hard and does her work early before the ball gets inside.
Cheyenne Parker married in the offseason. Clark catch and shoot, hits a three.
I guess he determined that Ariel Atkins had possession.
Clark the switch on to Dolson, steps back and buries it.
The Sky shooting 38%. Caitlin Clark, another since the Marina Mabry trade, and she has stepped up her game in that opportunity. Caitlin Clark for three.
And when she doesn't have the ball, her spacing IQ still shines. She relocates with purpose, drifting into open windows as defenders lose track. She positions herself where help can't fully commit, giving teammates clean driving angles. Caitlin Clark doesn't just operate within the spacing of the game. She controls it. She sees space like a blueprint, understands it like a system, and uses it like a weapon. For more breakdowns like this, hit subscribe. This is Clark Prime.